often conflict and talk about how things was
Yeah.
compared to how things is.
Okay, you back on that? It don't matter what you say. It ain't no way in the world I'm gonna have 4 chicks, 3 chicks. I don't care if it's 2. Ain't no way in the world I'm gonna designate no finance to warehouse no chick individually like that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna allow my pimping to compensate that. You know what I mean? Because this is a together thing. You know what I mean? It's about me. You know what I'm saying? This is a Godfather movement, you know, and anything that's under, that's like the Obama cabinet, you know what I mean? His congressional team or his window or you know what I mean? So everything is up underneath and everything is facilitated through this mindset and this diction. And if that ain't understood, I don't need you around me.
So let me
You
get this
gotta, you gotta get what I'm telling you.
I feel what you're saying too. Okay, fine. But let's say you got 5, 6 chicks, right? All right, and you got they all make money, so you
Yeah,
get them their own
yeah.
little spot,
Yeah.
their own little whip. What you saying? That's not cool?
Not saying that's not cool. I believe in compound. I believe in estate. I believe in. I don't want to say. I want to say it correctly. I believe in me. I believe in self. I'm not putting nothing above me. I'm not going to allow anything to be above what I stand for, and I stand for togetherness, and I stand as one. You know, this is a community, man. This ain't about appeasing no chick. This is about interest. This is about capital gain. This is about put it in my pocket. You kind of feel what I'm saying? And if they don't, people that don't understand that, then go ahead and then shuffle and be a concierge to a chick. You ain't know that's valet boy shit. You here, there, you everywhere. You miss what it's like to have this bra rub your feet, this one on your head, and this one cooking you a gourmet meal or whatever she was raised up to whatever she promotes. You know, there's a choice entree to serve you. I mean, it's all kind of things. One might iron the clothes different. Why not have all that in-house? That's how kings live.
Like
That's how,
polygamous.
without question, we don't want to go into that. We're going to keep that like that. You know what I mean? We talked about that. First, you got to understand compromising before you can even get to what you're talking about. There's so many different divisions before you get to polygamy. You know what I mean? You got to understand about compromising. You got to understand togetherness. You got to understand sociology.
But let me ask you this though. Let's say you a player, right? You got 3 chicks, 5 chicks, whatever. But I'm just saying, you got your chicks, right? But one don't get along with the other one.
Well,
but they both get money. Shouldn't you separate them?
No, you should understand the psychic and the anatomy of a chick. You the pimp, you supposed to have the answer to everything. You know why it rain because of clouds. You know why a plane fly because it got wings. You a pimp, man. What you mean they don't get along? That's the #1 key and element to the game. To conformity, you got to be able to get along. You know, you should have been and tweeted that out way prior to the broad even getting to that stage. That means you missed pimp. Nigga, if you let a broad get a house, a car, and everything, and then all of a sudden she can't get along, well then you know what it is.
So what would you call it?
Just what I just told you. You missed pimping. What you mean what I call it? It is what it is, man.
A male concierge.
Yeah, a concierge, a valet guy, whatever. If you doing that, you feel me? You never lay down. You never lay. Papa was a Rolling Stone, Temptation.
So to the people out there that said, man, yeah, fuck what he talking about. I'm getting money though. You know, the bitches don't get along fine, but I'm getting money.
Yeah, you getting money, but you intaking and you outtaking. Yo-yo effect with your bankroll. You know, trampoline shit. You know, acrobatic play. You know what I'm talking about? Ping pong effect. You know, if you got one big joint and you spending the 3,000, the 4,000, whatever it is, and you got everybody in there, numbers is power. You feel me? When you got a cabinet and you got a football team, you got a team. That means you got togetherness. You kind of get what I'm telling you.
I'm with you 100.
And it's a person's choice. You only go so far as your pimping allows you. That's the answer to the ones that's saying, hey, well, that's that and that derogatory crap.
So let me ask you this. So what about the dude that gets the chick, instantly throw in a nice car?
Well, it depends on how much, you know, the interest and what the value is on the chick. You know what I mean? if it's within inside the family and within inside the confines of the compound, then that's life. But you don't isolate the chick. You know what I mean? You got a problem with one. My thing is this with you, Moore. This you and me and you and the public is viewing this. My thing is this. If you got a chick that don't get along and you don't know why, you got some problems inside your pimping. Straight legs. I used to check out a broad like this. I say, go get me some water, bitch. And she go and she say, man, no, just walk her out. She need to go. That right there was enough to let me know that your obedience level is not concrete enough to go with my program, man. You got to understand the dimensions.
But it's so
of the
many cats
mindset.
out. It's so many cats out here that's in the game now. If you say you don't want to fuck with this bitch, or you're not gonna tolerate that, all she gonna do is step up and go fuck with somebody else.
Well, she'll be a problem somewhere else. That same problem can cause you to lose your whole stable. That same problem can cause you to get locked up. You may get overly aggressive. That same problem can cause you to go to drinking. I mean, it's all kind of, all money ain't good money. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that's a cliche that people take real, you know what I mean, frivolously. You know, I just don't see it. It's not the conducive thing to do, you know. They doing it in this day and age, and, you know, some of them got 16, 18,000, you know what I mean, get 4, 5, or whatever have you, and keep the 6,000 change and call that stacking. No, I'm going to look at that and say 6 times, they put that 8 and that 6 together, you know. You know, that's 15, you know what I mean? That's 14,000. I'm gonna, you know what I mean? So that's what we was on. You know, every day doing stuff different now. And, you know, to each his own. The game didn't change.
You told me a little bit about how, like, back in the days. Okay, the word pimp to me means total control.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how a nigga use it. If a nigga say, "Oh man, I'm in this situation," like me, I'm gonna pimp the shit out of 2 Real for TV. I'm in total control of that. You know what I mean? But so now, if a dude don't have as much control over the chicks like that, he making a little bargain or something. He probably giving her a crib or a little space. Does that mean he's not?
Hold on. That is a such a thing, yeah. Pimping on a chick and hustling on a chick.
Okay.
All right? You can employ a prostitute. It's a totally different thing than pimping one. You kind of get what I'm telling you?
No, I'm totally oblivious.
Okay,
I'm brand new.
when you employ somebody, you give them a shirt, a hat, and a spatula, and you tell them this is what you do.
Right.
You sit them at a cash register, and okay, it's the same way you employ a prostitute. You can go buy her some clothes. You can go put her in the cab and tell her this is where you go. You understand what I'm talking about? It's not the same thing as when this chick gonna go through stages to give proof for her prostitution or her home. You did. That's how we used to do that. Broad and just didn't come in because, oh, okay, you gone and worked 30 days and now I'm going to put you inside this Mercedes, this Escalade, whatever. Nah, bro. You know what I mean? Broad had to be with you at least a year or 2 years for you even, you know what I mean? But she living in
Speak up a little bit.
She living in grand fashion.
That's right.
She got you know what I mean, on location, and your chefs and all the different activities that your agenda allow, you know what I mean? So all I'm trying to tell you is, there's no way in the world I'm getting ready to spend all mine and do that. That's taking too much interest to something that don't have to be. You feel me? And players should look at that and think about that. It's not about control, it's about conformity. Bro, got to want to get along. You got to want to get along. Be together for the reason of cause. What's the reason? To get the money, and the cause is because of me. You feel me?
Right.
If the bro don't want to do that, then you know what I mean? You got a problem. And sometimes you got problem bitches. Some just like to, you know what I mean, create problem and create turmoil. You dig? And if the way you start off pimping, that's if a broad knows she can say slick shit, she gonna slay slickness to you, man. If you let that get by then, you know what I mean? You just a get by pimp. You know what I'm talking about? Then they got all different tangibles going, you know, where the broad, you can get a broad something fast this day and age, you know?
Right.
This the only time that you can get a Ferrari with no driver's license, no ID or nothing. They'll give you a house. So you know what I mean?
The hookup.
You know that. You pimping be on hookup. You know what I mean? Come on, we ain't had that shit.
So the pimping be on
They
the
bring
hookup.
you a car, you got to have the whole 52,000.
Believe that.
You know, I think I did that twice with Cadillac. You know, and you had to have it, man. You know what I mean? And you know, to each his own. You know, this world is changed. Everything has changed. You know what I mean? The prices has changed. You know, everything. So it's a different ball game.
Do you still love the game though?
Oh, without question, it treats me good today. My interest still comes from it. You know, in terms of my retirement. You know, so it is what it is, man. It's just to be prayerful and hope these players don't miss Pimp.
Let me ask you this, man. Well, if you say that a pimp is not supposed to get a chick the car, not supposed to run errands for her, take her to get food, he not supposed to do these things, or be running, ripping and running all day doing that, then let me ask you, what is the job of a pimp?
Let me clarify something. Simplicity. I didn't say that he's not supposed to give her a car. I said
Right,
that
just not
they're
so
not
quickly.
supposed to. No, you didn't hear me. I did back it up and listen.
Right.
I said that they're not. It's not good to individualize. I said that to take finance and go and do this and this and that, to have different junctions and different fortresses.
Okay.
You know, why not have one and take the money for
Because
you?
I remember when I came to your crib, they
I
was
had
all there.
five,
Yeah,
and there was
everybody
bodyguards and cooks and
I remember
everything,
the
right?
big- Yeah, I remember.
Okay, so now, that works. It's proven,
Okay.
all right?
But we living in different times, though.
It works.
Okay, well, let me ask once again. Since you clarified that, thank you. But what I'm asking you once again is, what is the job of a pimp?
The job
It's
of
a- it's-
a
it's a-
pimp.
it's a chick
The
right
job-
now
What
gonna
you
be sitting
mean?
there-
What you mean? What the job of the pimp is? The job of the pimp is to provide, to protect, to shelter, and to love,
Okay.
and to pay attention.
So what do you
You
have to
dig?
say to the chick that's sitting there watching that, and she like, well, what he saying, doing this and that, I could do that myself.
No, you can't do it yourself. You can't love yourself the way a pimp gonna love you, or a way that if you was a chick of mine, I would love you. You can't do the things individually. You can't. Nothing in life is done by itself. It doesn't make sense. God put man and woman here. You going against the grain of righteousness. You dig? That's blasphemy within itself. So, one who says that is one who's not allocated for this business. You dig what I mean? Try it on yourself. Give yourself wear and tear. Go through the problems. You dig? Because everybody needs somebody. Everybody.
You got a chick, she making big money every night, but she lightweight disrespectful. Do you accept the money or not?
Well, yeah, it's my job to be adherent to the revenue without question, to continue to resume play is what I would do, you know what I mean? Get all I can get, you know what I'm saying? And bet you, when it's all said and done, I win. You know what I'm saying?
Believe that.
That's what it's about. You did. And that whole thing, to each his own with that. Nah, man, that's too much money designated. There's too much finance put out for different joints and different houses, man. You can keep all that. You're a real pimp. When you pimping, man, you ain't got no problems with no bitch, man. You gonna have that bitch in order, man. You know what I mean? Because it's her duty to satisfy you. Ain't enough satisfying if the bro doing something else or creating any problems. Because if she love you, your right hand don't create no problems. And when you say lift up, you lift up. When you go to urinate, you urinate. Bro, that's a part of you, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't let no chick do that like that.